JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, John Rawlings Success Primary hit by bizarre incident before and after devotion. Several students and at least one teacher at the John Rawlings Success Primary in St. James are now undergoing treatment following a bizarre incident before and after the school's general devotion exercise this morning. It started with the teacher fainting and vomiting, and we had some students doing the same. For the teacher, it started before general devotion, and for the students, it was after devotion, explained the school's principal, Yvonne Miller-Wisdom. Miller-Wisdom said that the cause of the incident has not been determined. However, she said the school's management has been receiving advice from the local health authorities on how to handle the situation. The nearby Barrytown clinic does not have any nurse or enough resource personnel to send down here, so they asked us to send a teacher up there to collect some rehydration fluids so that we can give to those who are affected. We have communicated with the parents and they have collected some of those students already, she added. It is understood that contact has also been made with the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and the St. James Public Health Department in relation to the incident. Today's events took place 2 days after a similarly bizarre incident at the Oberlin High School in St. Andrew, where several students fainted or fell into an apparent trance during that school's devotional exercise on Wednesday. Man shot at candlelight vigil for ex-soldier in Westmoreland. A man was shot and injured at a candlelight vigil for late ex-soldier Kemar Reed at Hartford in Westmoreland on Thursday night. Reports from the police saw that shortly after 7 p.m., men traveling in a white Toyota Axial from the direction of the Cornwall community opened gunfire at the gathering, sending people scampering for cover in different directions. When the shooting subsided, a man was found suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds. The injured man was transported to the Savamore Public General Hospital by residents. He was treated for gunshot wounds to the right elbow and lower left arm and admitted in a stable condition. The incident followed a peace march on Wednesday in Savamore in protest against the high murder rate in the parish. During the march, Bishop O'Neill Russell, head of the Ark of the Covenant Holy Trinity Church, pleaded with persons to talk it out before shooting it out. Reed, otherwise called Dijab, was shot and killed on Wednesday, October 19, by unknown assailants while seated at his bar in Hartford. As of October 18, the parish recorded 124 murders, a 33.3% increase when compared to the corresponding period last year. Police charged teen girl with chef's murder. A 17-year-old girl has been charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm and larceny of motor vehicle, stemming from a September 15 incident that happened on Church Lane, Sandy Bay in Hanover. Reports are that about 10 p.m., the teen had a dispute with 32-year-old chef Sidio Chambers, during which she allegedly shot him, stole his Toyota Market's motor car and fled the scene. Chambers succumbed to his injury days later. Investigations led to the teen's arrest in Kingston. She was charged on Thursday, October 20, after she gave a caution statement in the presence of her attorney. She is scheduled to appear in the Hanover Family Court on Tuesday, November 1. Woman and teens among 4 charged for illegal gun. A woman and 2 teenagers are among 4 people who were arrested and charged following the siege of an illegal gun and ammunition in Kingston on Monday. 20-year-old Shanti Witton, 27-year-old taxi operator Jamar Ingram, a 17-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old student, all of Kingston and St. Andrew addresses, were charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. The police say about 10:20 p.m., lawmen intercepted a Nissan Eddy wagon motor car on Spanish Town Road in Kingston 11. During a search of the vehicle, a Browning single-action 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 11 rounds of ammunition was found. The occupants were taken into custody and subsequently charged. Their court dates have not been finalized. Children scampers, gunmen kill community chef. A group of children heading to school on Thursday had to scamper during a brazen gun attack in CASSAVA Peace, St. Andrew, which left 53-year-old community chef Barrington Foster dead. The parent of a 12-year-old who was nearly caught in the crossfire said that her son was very traumatized. Him couldn't go to school after that, you know. My ball non-stop, and even hours after the shooting go on, me still see my shake, said the concerned mother. Him said at one point he think him I go dead after him drop while my try run from the scene. Me couldn't day and get a call so me pitney dead because him at the wrong place at the wrong time, she said. The murders also sparked fresh fears as residents say that the area has been tense for some time. A couple of weeks ago, one shooting going in here and talks are between the tick-ticking at the place. We have to worry because a whole heap of drive-by going to CASSAVA Peace I want to know where this latest shooting has spin off from, said one resident, who is said to be close friends with the deceased. Barry a good man, because when any time there's a setup in the community, him come cook for you, him love drink, and him take good care of his two pitney them. Me can't recall Barry nobody in a war, the person said. The police's corporate communications unit said that at 6:50 a.m., Foster was standing along the CASSAVA Peace Road when a motor vehicle drove up and occupants opened gunfire, hitting him several times. Foster's spouse said that he had left the house to purchase a pen for his daughter. She said she heard the gate open and reasoned that Barry had gone out. But when me hear the shot them start for worry. So when me go over there now, me wrap him up on the sheet and start to ask her who shot him. Him and nobody no in and no mix up. Maybe I mix him up with somebody else because Barry no boss gonna trouble people, she said. It is rumored that Foster was the target of a shooting last year when he and a group of men were fired upon while standing at a corner. However, Senior Superintendent Sherika Service, who is the commanding officer for the St. Andrew North Police Division, could not confirm this. Those allegations are swirling, but I'd have to do some checks to confirm or otherwise. But the investigations into Mr. Foster's death are ongoing, she said. Meanwhile, about an hour before Foster's murder, gunmen killed Stedman Newsome, a taxi operator of Trenchtown, Kingston 12, outside a mechanic shop in nearby Whitehall Avenue. The 66-year-old allegedly refused to comply with two gunmen who were demanding his vehicle. The police said they were summoned by residents after they heard loud explosions. Retirement primary to get fencing and watchman after principal attacked. Education Minister Favour Williams says retirement primary in St. Elizabeth, where the principal was injured by a man last week, will be given the highest priority for the erection of perimeter fencing and employment of a watchman. Principal Anne-Marie Robinson Tarralong was hospitalized after being chopped in the head by a man who attacked her in the schoolyard. In the aftermath, JTA President Sonia Harrison expressed concern about insufficient funding for infrastructure and the security arrangements at schools. In response, the Education Minister said there is an ongoing fencing program. However, schools are prioritized based on their security threat. Addressing the lack of security personnel at some schools, Williams admitted the government has been trying to make modernization efforts on these things. She also responded to the suggestion for having armed security guards at schools, noting that the ministry does not support this idea. Once you introduce guns and armed security at the school, then you have to think about what are the implications of that. What's the likelihood that you could have a scenario happening there? So it's not something that would jump to immediately, the minister explained. Man gets 10 years for stabbing death of St. Catherine senior citizen. A St. Catherine man who said that voices in his head caused him to stab an elderly woman to death in her home was today sentenced to 10 years in prison. Sentencing was handed down in the St. Catherine Circuit Court by Justice Bertram Morrison. Kevon Kelly, 33, was initially charged with murder, but he pleaded guilty to manslaughter. 67-year-old Yvonne Hamilton was found dead with multiple stab wounds at her home in Glades District in Caymanas Bay, St. Catherine in June 2020. Facts of the case were that Kelly, who is also from Glades District, broke into Hamilton's home and used the knife to stab her repeatedly. He also killed the dogs in her yard before fleeing. An investigation was conducted by the Central Village Police, which resulted in Kelly being arrested and later charged. Hanover taxi operators not pleased with move by HMC. A recent green light given by the Hanover Municipal Corporation HMC for a fast food franchise company to construct a restaurant at a prime section of the Lucy Transportation Center is not going down well with key stakeholders. Vice President of the Lucy Taxi Association, Lincoln Crow, said the development has impacted the originally assigned parking location for approximately 50 road taxis operators who apply routes such as Lucy to Grangeville, Esther, and Negril. Crow said operators are now forced to utilize the rear section of the park, which is normally flooded whenever it rains heavily or whenever the sea tide is high. The transportation center was built by the HMC following the dumping of a section of the sea over 2 decades ago. The council has no vision or plan for the development of the town, because when you think of Burger King as an investor coming to Lucy and taking away the best part of the park, the front part, pushing it down in the back of the park where the sea comes in at times when the tide is high, said Crow, who emphasized, "This is a municipal park, so I don't see why you're going to push us away now for development." During a recent regular monthly meeting of the corporation, the mayor of Lucy and chairman of the People's National Party-led Hanover Municipal Corporation, Sheridan Samuels, said a Burger King franchise will be coming to Hanover. In short order, and I want you to listen keenly, Burger King will be coming to the parish, and of course we welcome that, stated Samuels, who also revealed that efforts are being made to have a KFC restaurant in the parish. Even though the mayor said Hanover has a vision and knows what it wants, he admitted that the task of getting Burger King in the parish was not easy because of opposition. On the same hand, the mayor argued that letters were written to the taxi operators, sensitizing them to the plan. He said ground was broken on October 12 without any challenge. However, Crowlers challenged the claims made by the mayor. We as a taxi association have been using the park for how many years, and we have no knowledge of any development in the park. We just saw people come and marking out and dancing up the park and saying, Burger King have come to take over. This is total madness, stated Crowell, who made it clear that no one from the corporation said anything to them. The corporation is insisting that communications took place. On unhappy Crows, that what has transpired is a form of disrespect to taxi and bus operators who have to pay daily to utilize the park. Therefore, we are calling on Minister Desmond McKenzie to step in and look into this matter. Crow noted that, upon realizing what was taking place, the association is exploring their legal options, but the cost, he said, is a deterrent. We are thinking about our options, but it seems as if it is limited because it is a lot of money spending. We check with a lawyer and with the Supreme Court, it's going to cost a whole lot, said the association's vice president. We're just hoping that we can get somebody to intervene, to bring some decency to the thing, because a whole heap of disrespecting are going now. So we're calling on Minister Desmond McKenzie to step in and look into this matter, Crowell added. While the taxi operators do not utilize the park at night, the already congested town has become worse as a number of the operators are now utilizing the main road in front of the park to pick up and drop off commuters. For his part, Council caretaker for the Lucy Division, Neville Humphrey, of the People's National Party, noted that while he welcomes any investment in the town, we need to put the transport people and the business people around the table and have a talk, because the bus park needs to be expanded, and with the expansion of the bus park, Lucy should be better with roads and everything. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.